All right, guys, so I feel compelled to make a video on this because honestly, this came out really, really good. This is the Granite Grom, and we actually put a brushless system and upgraded the crap out of it. We're getting to the point where we have so many companies making really good products that it can take a simple product like this. This is a $150 ready to run brushed, remote control car that does about 20 miles an hour. With the right equipment in this, you could actually really take this to another level. Let's talk about it because I don't really make too many videos on the smaller stuff, but when I get something and put something together for a customer that I really enjoy driving, and I think it's very special, I think it's my obligation to bring it out and make a video about it because there are people there that love the mini stuff. They like, I have a lot of older customers. They don't like carrying heavy things. They travel a lot. They like bringing small things with them, let's say on vacations or trips, family outings. And this car is the perfect car for that. It's a tiny little four-wheel drive, ready to run car. Like I said, it's 20 miles an hour out of the box with a brush motor and speed control. The only downside of the Groms that I feel I really don't like is the all-in-one units. The speed controls have the receiver built into it with the, it's just really, to me, it's like a sign of a very cheap car. They're trying to save money. So in this edition, we're going to put discrete components. We're going to make everything separate, and the car performance really and speed just go off the charts. So the first thing I want to talk about is the motor and speed control. And that is the most important part of this build. And this is the power. You're getting a 4,500 kV brushless motor with a separate speed control with no receiver built in. So these are discrete. This is a really good system. It's very, very smooth, and the power delivery is linear, and it's perfect for a small car like this. It's like they designed it for the Grom series. It's just a really good experience when you put this in the car. It goes right in. You could use the same motor mount, same screw holes for everything, and really, really makes the car, it wakes it up. It'll take it probably to about 50 miles an hour on the stock gearing. So you just buy the car, leave the stock gearing in it, and put this in it. You run it on the same 2S, and the car is going to absolutely be ballistic. I was using it yesterday, running it. It was so fast, but it was smooth. So it wasn't jerky, really smooth, and it really blasts to drive. The next thing that we want to talk about is a very important upgrade is the Proline shocks. Now this company, we're very happy that they're making parts for these little Groms here. This does a few things. So it's a better shock than obviously the plastic shock it comes with. And the springs, it has a whole bunch of different springs in it, so you could actually tune it to your taste. But the springs that are on here now, honestly, they work really good with all the Groms. That's what we left on the car. And it comes with oil in the shock. I think it's about a 30 or 40 weight oil. And so not only is it a better shock physically and mechanically, but it lowers the CG significantly. So the car sits lower to the ground. It's less, has a less tendency to flip over and roll. It handles 10 times better than, the stock shocks. And that's it. You just buy these, put them on, no adjustments. Just put them on the car. For $39.99, you get 4 shocks. They're aluminum bodied, so they're really high quality. And you just call it a day. The next upgrade we did for handling were the tires. We put the Proline Badlands tires. Now these have a really nice thick foam in it, really good rubber, very good tread, and they work really well in the car. The stock tires are basically hollow. There's nothing in them, no foams. They're very lightweight. They're good for rotational mass, but they don't perform that well. So although, they kind of look good and they're a nice looking tire, but we took them off the car and we put the Badlands. Okay, so these are the Proline Badlands. You get a set of 4 of these. I think they're around like 40 bucks. Very cheap. And like I said, they really, really up the performance of the car. And one of the most important upgrades we did with the car is obviously change out the radio, because now once you change the speed control, the stock radio is not going to work. So you have to put a new receiver in the car. A lot of people have Traxxas products. So if you have a TQI radio for 50 bucks, you just basically throw in a TQI receiver with TSM, put it right in there. I use this LRP foam pads just because they're very strong. They're really good. They're $5.99. We have them on the website. They come with a whole bunch of them. I think it's about 10 pieces in the bag. Very good and good grip on plastic. So if you ever want to mount anything to a car, just get the LRP pads. We mounted the TQI receiver. It's important that it has a good, a good hold, because this is a gyro. There is a gyro in here, and you have to keep it steady. So the LRP foam pad really holds this still, and it makes it drive very smooth. We mount it in the rear here. Now the importance of going to a Traxxas TQI radio as opposed to any other brand is Traxxas, gyro really works the best. It works much better than the ABC for Spektrum. It doesn't have that, I would say, that slight instability at high speeds. It's very, very stable, and it really, really works well. The only thing that you have to remind yourself to do is you do have to turn the TSM like really all the way down. Put it on very little, because it is a small car. If you don't do that, it's going to gyrate when you're going forward, and you want it to be as smooth as possible. So the TSM, you just have to dial it in just very little on this car, and it really does work. It keeps the car very straight and feels organic. It just feels unbelievable, and it actually allows you to use all that power in the turns, and just driving the car around, bashing everything. It just makes it a complete package. Now the speed control comes with an EC3 size plug on it. That's not a big deal, because you can still use your battery with the EC2 connector. Horizon Hobby sells Spektrum adapters here. It goes from EC2 to EC3. We put it on here just to show you what it looks like. It's $6, I think, for two. You just put it on the car and have a nice day. And then it just goes in there very, very seamless. I think it's just a beautiful package here. And like I said, the car drives incredible. It's like Spektrum tuned this motor and speed control specifically for the Grom series. They make the acceleration very, very linear, and it just builds up speed very nicely, so it doesn't give you all that power right away, and it would make a small car, especially short wheelbase, it would make it very, very, I would say, twitchy and really not enjoyable to drive. Because they tune this from the factory to just drive well, it's really enjoyable. You could put them in any of the Groms. They really, it is 4,500 kV. It's extremely fast on 2S. And like I said, it's more than enough power for this car and this chassis. There is one thing you do need to buy. FuriTech makes a carbon fiber. It's basically a servo and ESC tray. It's $14.99. You're going to need this because you have to remount the servo in this, and then the ESC sits on top of it. Again, we use that LRP tape to mount right to the FuriTech. It's like that servo, the servo tray. It goes right on there, and really, really nice fit here. All in all, this car really handles well, beautiful drive, and it doesn't break the bank. This customer is going to have an absolute blast with the car. We did delay shipping this out to the customer because originally these the Proline shocks were on back order. We were going to give them the ARRMA shocks, the aluminum case ones. They're not as good, and they don't sit as low. The performance and the CG on the Prolines are really second to none. So I'm sure the customer is going to be happy that I waited for the back order to come in before shipping his car. I apologize to him for the late shipment, but I just wanted to ship him a better car. Anyway, I highly recommend this car. If you want one, call 1-800-470-8932. We can put together a package for you. If you want to support our channel and our website and our business, please order all these parts. They're all in stock on the website. And like I said, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.